Is you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you all here today. Today is a very exciting video. Like, I've been wanting to do this video for like the longest time now, and it couldn't be a more perfect time than now. I want to share with you all my weight loss journey. It has been insane. The transformation I have done within like the last 2 years, like physically, mentally. I've evolved so much as a person. I just had so much growth within the past 2 years, and I want to share with you all like my experience, how I was able to drop weight, how I was able to stay consistent, kind of like my journey, what I did, what helped me out, and hoping it will also help you guys out too. Also, I just want to put a disclaimer, I am no way a healthcare professional. I am just a regular person that wanted to change their lifestyle and make healthier choices. So just make sure that you're consulting with a healthcare provider first, especially if you have different medical conditions that you're concerned about, and so they can go ahead and put you on the best plan because they know what's best for you. Just wanted to share with you all my experience, my journey, because it could help a couple of people out there during their new health journey as well too. So just keep that in mind. I am not peer pressuring anyone to do exactly what I did. Take everything I say in small doses, and maybe you can incorporate some of the things I did in your health journey. I know everyone's journey is very unique, so just kind of keep that in mind, but I'm just going to tell you all what worked out for me. So if you guys want to hear more about my healthcare journey, please continue watching. So my health journey began back in 2018, and that was the heaviest time that I had ever been in my life. And it was really hard when I discovered how much I weighed. Like, when I finally like got a scale and like got on it and I saw how much I weighed, I was like in shock. I was like, what in the world? Like, how did I let myself get so big? Like, why did I do this to myself? Like, what the heck? Like, there was a lot of emotions going on, let's just say that. And like a few months prior to 2018, like, I feel like I wasn't like how I was in 2018. It was really weird. Like, I had gained so much weight in a short amount of time, and this was kind of like around the time that I was like moving in with my ex. So you can kind of get history of like what was going on around this time. But I had just been moving out with my ex. I was like moving out of my mom's house, and this was like my first time like living on my own, and we were just eating like whatever we freaking wanted. Like, we literally were just eating whatever we wanted, and it really made me so upset. That was around the time when I decided like I wanted to take control of my life and I wanted to lose weight. Like, that was like my main goal in my health journey. I know there's like a lot of people that usually are just, you know, maintaining their weight or gaining weight or gaining muscle, things like that. So everyone's healthcare journey is different, but this is my experience. So I just wanted to like kind of give you a little synopsis of like my situation. So my journey is mainly to lose weight, and so I noticed back then I'm not living the most healthiest lifestyle. I need to be careful because, you know, medical conditions do run in my family, so I need to make sure that I am exercising and eating healthy so I can get back on track to like how I was. This was like when I was like with my ex, like we were kind of like on our own, and to be honest with you, we weren't eating the most healthiest. Like, we were just kind of eating like crap, and that did like hinder me a lot. So when I decided to take that initiative to try to lose weight, I was exercising all the time. Like, I would exercise before work, but the thing that did not help me out was that I was not eating properly. So I would exercise, but I would eat like crap afterwards, or like I wouldn't eat enough. So like I didn't have enough like fuel in my body to be able to like do my workouts, or like to be able to be like consistent with my health journey and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Like, I was just not eating enough, and that was not helping me, because like everyone knows that like in order to lose weight, or in order to be able to maintain a healthy lifestyle, it's all about diet and exercise, in which I don't like to use the word diet so much because diet culture is like a thing of the past. Like, you have to think about it in a long-term perspective when you are thinking about your health journey. You don't want to do things just for the moment. And just to say, like, you know, there are people that do have certain conditions that, yes, maybe they do have to lose a certain amount of weight during a certain time to be able to go through a procedure or certain things in their medical lifestyle or whatever. But what was going on for me was that I was not eating the healthiest, but I was exercising. So like, I would try to balance that out. I was like, I am trying to do the best I can. Like, I am exercising, blah, blah, blah. I was seeing some result, but I wasn't seeing like the most out of what I was doing because I was leaving one factor out of it. The main issue was diet during that time. I just wasn't eating healthy, and it didn't help either that I was with somebody at the time that didn't really push me to eat healthier either. Like, it's really hard. Like, it honestly is really hard when you're like either in a relationship or you're around people that also don't really care about their health and they don't want to be healthy. And I can't really put the full blame on that person because honestly, at the end of the day, that's on me because I'm the one that needs to make the decision to be healthy, right? But when you do look into trying to create a healthier lifestyle, a lot of those influences that are around you do make a difference in regards to your journey. And I just felt like I wasn't supported enough for my health journey with my partner at the time. Like, it was just like we were just eating whatever, there was no support on like exercising together, things like that. So like at the time back then when I was trying to lose weight, it was just super hard because, you know, I would feel motivated to exercise for myself, but then like my partner would like bring like maybe not the most healthiest choices of food, and you know, we would just like eat like crap, and that didn't help me with my journey. And you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, well, you can't blame somebody else in regards to your health journey, but you do have to consider that like the people that you surround yourself with do influence you in regards to your health journey. And if you're not surrounded by, let's say, okay, you don't have to be surrounded by the most healthiest people, right? But if you're not surrounded by people that have healthy behaviors, especially when you are trying to create a healthy lifestyle, it's very difficult and frustrating because whether it's like our partners, family members, friends, they do have a lot in our life. And especially when we're living with them or like, you know, we're seeing them often, they do have an influence over our life. So like, you know, if like your family members eating like crap and you see them eating like crap, then you're probably going to eat like crap. Or like if you grew up in an environment where you got to eat whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, then you're going to continue that lifestyle. Like if there's no structure wherever you're at, like yes, you can lose focus, or if someone just does not support your journey in regards to you trying to lead a healthier lifestyle, that also hinders your growth as well too. So there's a lot of factors that come into play when you are trying to become a better version of yourself. Like a lot of people think like, okay, like you got this, like just focus on you, like F everybody else, like do you. And yes, that like at the end of the day, you do have to think in that mindset. But it's hard when you are in that environment where it can be toxic and you're around people that are toxic for you and that don't really add any value to your life. I'm just saying that point blank period. I'm not saying anybody's like family members or like partners are like the most terrible people ever, but I mean, they do have a lot of influence in your life. So if they are not supportive, if they are just being toxic and being very unhealthy, I give you permission to remove them out of your life. Like I give you full permission. Obviously you have to think what's best for yourself and your situation, right? But I don't think you should surround yourself with people that are going to be negative and that are going to hinder your growth. Like it's 2023, new vibes, new energy, like all that negativity you have to leave out the door. If someone's not supporting your goals, then that person's not your friend. Like, they're just not your friend. And it sucks sometimes that you have to realize that truth. Like, sometimes you really do have to look into your circle and be like, is this person adding value to my life or taking away value from my life? Because if they're taking away value from your life, that person is not meant to be in your life. Unfortunately, it's not. Like, that's the hard truth. Sorry, I'm doing a little TED talk right now, but it's, to be honest with you, it does speak volumes when it comes to creating a healthier lifestyle. Like, if people are not supportive of you, you need to cut them out your life, whether that's blocking them on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, deleting them, not talking to them ever again. Do it. Do what's best for you. When you create a healthier lifestyle, you're creating that for yourself, not for anybody else. So if they're not about it, if they're going to put you down about it, then they're not really meant to be in your life. Just wanted to say that. I'm very passionate about that because I feel like I could have been in such a more positive place a long time ago. But since I was giving people the benefit of the doubt and giving them second chances and giving them opportunities in my life when they weren't honestly giving anything to me, hindered my journey when it came to my health journey. And a health journey is gonna have its ups and downs. You got to think about it this way. That's why I'm taking it back to 2018, a couple years ago, because to be honest with you, that's when I really did notice that I was like, you know what, I want to take control back into my life. I want to eat the right foods. I want to exercise consistently for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want it to just be for a certain amount of time. Like, this is something that I want to take control of, and I really do for the rest of my life want to eat better, and I just want to exercise and move my body. So that's why I'm taking it back that far. That's when I really started to realize this is a lifestyle. Like, this is what I want out of my life, right? So after 2018 came, I'm trying to exercise, trying to eat healthy, even though I wasn't eating the healthiest. Going to 2019, I lost my grandmother that I was super, super close to. It was like the most hardest time of my life. So hard. When I saw my grandma in the hospital during her last days, like, I could not. Like, I could not. Like, I felt like I was dying. Like, I literally felt like I was dying. I did not want to eat anything. Like, my grandma was going through something that she couldn't eat, and it just, my whole appetite just went out the door. Like, I did not have an appetite. So I lost like 8 to 10 pounds around like that time frame when my grandmother passed. And I was kind of like in this period where I was just not doing well. I was not doing well mentally at all. Obviously, like, when you lose somebody, especially that you're really close to, like, especially a family member, like, it's very hard. Me and my grandmother, we were like this, like, oh my God, she is my angel. It was really hard losing my grandma, Weetie. I love her so much. It was, like I said, one of the hardest times in my life. So yeah, during this time, I was going through a huge depression. I was super depressed. I was suicidal. I did not feel like living anymore. Like, I honestly didn't. Like, it's hard. It was super difficult. I had lost my puppy that I had from, like, as a childhood too, during this year, and then my grandmother, and it was just like back-to-back losses, and I was not happy. I was not doing well mentally at all. I was completely checked out. I wasn't like going to see like a therapist or anything. So I was just super like depressed. I was really not doing well. Stopped exercising after that. I started eating whatever I wanted because I felt comfort in food. Because usually, like, when I'm going through something especially super stressful, you're going through something super stressful, some people rely on food and some people don't. I usually am somebody that relies on food, and it was my comfort during that time of loss. I started eating again, whatever I wanted, not really exercising like how I was trying to. And so everything just fell right out the door. Like, it was unsuccessful, right? So then 2020 happens, and then of course the most glorious moment of our days happened during that year with the pandemic. So that was another stressor as well too, because it was like a lot of like uncertainty in that year. It was like, what's going on? There was like a lot of things going on in the news. It was scary. It was scary times. It was a lot of shit going on that year. I don't even know where it went, because that year for me was like kind of like a blur. But I wasn't really, like, to be honest with you, still not really taking too much care of my health either, because I was like very uncertain of what was going on, to be honest with you. But I do remember like midway through that year, like kind of like around summertime, July time frame, I was trying again to get back into the swing of things and trying to, you know, try to exercise again. Maybe still not eating the most healthiest either, but trying to exercise again. So as you can tell, there was a lot of like hiccups throughout my journey, a lot of ups and downs. And then 2021 comes around, and then another thing hits me. I experienced the worst heartbreak of my life. It was another stressful time, lots of change going on, lots of things going on. Another video for that too. But there was a lot of emotions going on around that time, a lot of heartache. And to be honest with you, there was a moment that I had, and I was so tired of crying. I was so fed up, guys. I was so tired. I just was like, there was like this huge like kind of like relief that like I felt in my body, and I was like, I'm done with it. I am done with it. I'm gonna focus on me, myself, and I was so fed up. Like, I was like, you know, maybe this is what I needed to go through to be able to go through my health journey. And it sucks. It really does suck sometimes when you think about that. Sometimes you do have to cut people off your life to be able to move on. Sometimes that does have to happen. Like, y'all, if that's what needs to happen, it needs to happen. It sucks. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we depend on people financially, or sometimes we depend on people for our where we live and stuff like that. You will find a way. If you need to remove toxic people from your life, you need to remove toxic people from your life, because we only have one life to live. And if we are just living life for other people, then we're not truly living our most authentic self. So just wanted to throw that snippet out there. 2021 came, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go harder than ever. I really want to focus on my health journey. This time, all aspects regarding food and exercise. So like, I look back and I'm just like, how did I make it here? Like, how did I make it here? I'm so grateful. So it's not easy. It is not easy, especially if your goal is to lose a lot of weight. You can't expect it to drop like this. Let me just tell you that. You can't expect things to come so easily. Let's say like you want to lose like 50 pounds, great. You can't assume like you're going to lose those 50 pounds within like 2 months, 3 months. I'm just saying, like, I know there's videos out there like, oh, how to lose 50 pounds in like 3 months, 4 months, or whatever. Like, it's different for everyone. So you can't compare like your journey to somebody else, because everyone's bodies are different. Everyone's lifestyles are different. So you can't compare somebody on the internet to you. So just throwing that out there. But like, let's say like your goal is to like lose 50 pounds, right? You have to have this mentality that, you know what? I am taking control of my life. Like, whether it's I lose 50 pounds in 6 months, a year, I'm taking control of my life. Like, there should not be a time frame of when I'm going to lose this weight. I just know that I want to lose weight, and it doesn't matter exactly maybe how much I want to lose, but I want to take control of my lifestyle, and I want to be healthier. I want to be a healthier version of myself. So you have to kind of be in that mindset. Like, of course, like, we do want goals for ourselves, right? We do want to like obviously strive for the best, but we cannot put time frames on when we can lose weight because everyone is different, and you're gonna be disappointed when you don't reach those goals if you put it in a specific time period. What should be more like of a goal is kind of how you're progressing through your health journey. So like, for example, like let's say you were only doing like 5 pounds for your leg day workouts, and then maybe next week you want to try to do 8 pounds. So that's kind of like little goals that you can set for yourself. So I think it's really important, to be honest with you, to set short-term goals within your health journey instead of like super like unattainable goals, if you can kind of see it that way. Believe me, when I first started, like I was like all about the numbers, and we can really get stuck on the numbers, but you really just need to go with the flow. And it's hard because it's like, but like I'm all about structure, and I need to be like this at a certain time. Like, yes, that's what we all want, but you have to think about it realistically. Like, you might not be there, and that's okay. Like, you might not get there, but that's okay. You might eventually get there, but don't be upset if you don't get there at that certain time frame that you want. So think of it like that. Well, that was kind of like my mentality on it. Like, I just started thinking of things a lot differently than how I was before. Like, I was like, you know, it's all about me and what I want, and no one's gonna stop me. I just knew like I needed to exercise, I needed to eat better, and whether that was gonna happen within a month, 5 months, I didn't care. I just knew that I wanted to take control of my life. And that's kind of like the mindset I would definitely recommend for people that are looking to lose weight, is that don't put a time frame of your goals. You can casually write like what you eventually want to like set for yourself, and kind of having your mindset like, eventually I do want to get at this place, but if I don't get that in there within 6 to a year, that's okay. That's okay. But you are going through like a health journey, you're gonna have your hiccups, you're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have those days that you don't want to exercise. You're gonna have those days that you want to eat like crap, and that's okay. Like, I'm not the type of person where you have to be restricted the entire time you're going through a health journey, because that's not, at the end of the day, attainable. Like, that's not something that you're going to be able to maintain for the rest of your life. Like, when I decided to do this journey, I was like, this is just me just living a healthy lifestyle for myself for the rest of my life, and there's no looking back now. Like, I don't want to go back to where I was. And so that's kind of the mentality that I think most people should be on when they're looking to go through their health journey. There shouldn't be little time marks of like when you should be able to like attain a certain weight or look a certain weight or whatever, because it's different for everyone. Like I said, everyone has different goals, everyone has different bodies, and you're gonna get to your goal eventually. Just know that it's gonna take time. You have to be in that mindset. Like, you're gonna have to know that it's gonna take time. You have to have a lot of patience. Like, you're not gonna get from a size 20 to a size 8 in like 4 days, right? You go day by day. Like, my favorite quote is one day at a time. Okay, today I, walked around my neighborhood, I did some stretches, and, I got my body moving. Like, at least I did something, for my day. The next day, I kind of want to build it up. I want to walk twice around my neighborhood, and I want to do some chores around the house. So that's like kind of like what I kind of incorporated like in my journey, is that like I have goals throughout your health journey to make it exciting and things like that. You want to build throughout your progression when it comes to your like exercise and things like that. As long as like you're consistent, patient, as long as you know that, like that you just have to let sink in first, then you'll be good. I don't really like the same type of exercises personally. I like to switch it up, and I know everyone's different, so it's really just in regards to preference for yourself. So try to find out what like you like to do. But for me, like I like switching it up every time I work out. So like there were some days that like I started off like slow. Like I started off just like doing like chores around the house and doing like light lifting and like reorganizing things. And then, you know, there was a couple of days that I like would walk around the neighborhood and do things like that. And then I would do like a couple more things. And then, you know, I would gradually build my workouts every time I would do it. I would gradually move my body different days in different ways. Like I try to find new and like exciting things to do, so it didn't seem so repetitive. And I know a lot of people were like, you know, go hard and do cardio and only do cardio, and or only do this type of exercise to lose this much weight. And like, you gotta honestly just find what honestly works best for you. Like if that means like playing basketball like 3 to 4 days a week, and that helps you to stay motivated in your health journey, do that. Or if it's soccer, or if it's like a sport or something like that, or if it's dance like a couple of times throughout the week, that is a great exercise too. Like find what works best for you, because like, you know, like everyone has different personalities, everyone has like different things that they're into. So like there's not like a set type of workout that somebody should do. To be honest with you, it shouldn't even feel like a workout. Like it should be enjoyable. So just kind of make sure that you find the right platform and like find the right activities to do to like lose weight or to like exercise and things like that. For me, like I love dancing. I love like letting loose and just like having a good time, just like doing like freestyle moves and just like dancing or whatever. I've always been that way. I'm a dancer at heart. So I just love like just blasting my music and just like going to town, just like twerking and like dancing. I just love just dancing in general. So that's like kind of like what like my activities include. But I also do like more structured workouts as well too, that involve like kind of like strength training. So I also have Beachbody on demand, which there's like different tiers depending on like what you're like willing to pay. But I'm like in the most basic tier, which like they have like a whole library of like different workouts and things like that. I do have to pay for that yearly. But honestly, I feel like I only pay like maybe like 100 a year, or like close to 100 a year, which is not that bad. I don't go to like an actual gym. Do what works best for you. If you feel like you need to get out the house or like get away from your environment to be able to work out, highly recommend. Do want to start going to the gym. It's just kind of like figuring out when would be like the best time. But right now I'm just doing at-home workouts, and Beachbody on demand honestly has been like a lifesaver for me, because they have so many different like unique workouts and different plans. Like some of the trainers that I watch is Autumn Calabrese, Shaun T, Tony Horton. I also love Joel. I think his name is Joel, and Amwala Caesar. They are like one of the top trainers. I love them. Oh, Jericho's really good too. There's a lot of really great trainers on there. That like those are the kind of trainers that I have watched. Like they're like kind of like workout videos and everything, and they have like so many exciting moves, and they definitely challenge you. Like they will challenge you for sure, but it's gradual. So just like don't assume like as soon as you put on the like workout, you're gonna be like going like crazy to town, like doing these crazy like moves, unless like that's what you want to do, because there are like workout videos that are more a little bit advanced. So like if you do want to like train really hard one day, you can go on to like the more advanced videos. But they do have like workout videos that kind of like gradually builds each week, which I really like, because like every kind of workout is different. Like all the trainers incorporate different moves, so it challenges your body in different ways, which I really like. I really love doing those videos. So I started doing those videos, to be honest with you, like almost every day. Like I would work out at least 4 to 5 times a week. I would like do like a workout first thing in the morning, and it's not like the most longest workout either. It's maybe like 30-45 minutes, and then after that I go about my day. So just think about it, it's just only like maybe like 30-45 minutes of your day, if you can get yourself to move your body and do like some body movements and like some fun workouts. It really is beneficial. Like you will continue to crave more, and you'll be excited for your next workout. There's a lot of workout videos there too that also incorporate stretching. I know a lot of people think like, oh, like, you know, in order to have the best workout, you have to be dripping in sweat and like be like drenched and stuff like that. But honestly, like slow and steady really does win the race. Like if you just honestly focus on flexibility and balance, you can perform so much better in the gym and be able to hit harder as well too. Like, it's not just about like how many reps you do and all that stuff like that. It's all about your flexibility, your posture, all of that stuff like really comes into play. So it's really important to do like stretching videos or like stretching before your workouts, which a lot of the videos do incorporate stretching beforehand and afterwards, like a cool down part, which is really important too. Like, make sure you cool down after your workout, because like you just want to make sure your muscles are taken care of and everything's like properly stretched, because if it isn't, you can injure yourself, and you don't want injury. Like, nobody wants injury. We don't want that. So just make sure you're stretching properly, doing the best that you can. Don't go overboard. Like, obviously the trainers that are like in the videos, like they've been training for a while. Just know that you're not like, sometimes you might not be able to do certain movements, and just realize that that's okay. Like, sometimes I would be like, oh my god, I can't do this workout, like, oh my god, I can't do it. But like, don't worry, you will eventually be able to. Like, it's gonna take time. Even if that takes like 6 months, a year or more, like, you will definitely get there. But you can't like assume like you'll be able to do those moves. Like, if you feel like you can't do those moves, don't. There's like modifiers on the videos too, which are really nice. So you can do some modified movements, or just be able to do like the best you can, or stretch in between those moments when you feel like you can't do those exercises. I'm just kind of like saying things that worked out for me, because like I know sometimes people, like when they like feel like that they can't do a move, they give up. Just know like it's okay. Like, other people go through very similar situations, and just because like the person in the video is doing it and you can't, doesn't make you any less of a person. Like cut that out. Like, you can definitely do it. It just definitely takes time. So just kind of like give yourself grace in those moments. You got this. Like, know that like you got this in the bag. Just know like if you can't do that one movement, it's okay. Like, move on to the next thing and you'll be fine. You'll be Gucci. Like, take things one day at a time. Like I said, like, to be honest with you, it's all about consistency. Like, as long as you're consistent with moving your body, even if it's like doing the most basic kind of exercise, you will see results. Like, you will definitely see results. Try to steer away from like weighing yourself on the scale. I know a lot of people use that as kind of like a starting point. That's completely fine. Like, if you need to see like exactly like how much you weigh first to kind of get like a ballpark of like how much you're like looking to lose, that's fine. But don't rely on a scale. Like, don't rely on a scale like every time you exercise. Like, I'm gonna go on a scale, because like our weight fluctuates with so many things, like hormones, especially us women too. Like, if we have kids, our hormones, our menstrual cycle. So like, you really just have to like keep those all into perspective. Obviously, like some of us might have some health conditions that others don't have, that might be a little bit harder for us to lose weight. You just have to kind of think of everything like as a whole umbrella, and not try to nitpick on so many things. Find out what works the best for you and kind of guide yourself that way. So that was kind of like my way of kind of just going like full force on my workouts. I've done a lot of different ones too, and they're so exciting. Like, I always love to like see like the new ones that come out, and I always try to like do the new ones. But honestly guys, that's what I've been doing to be able to kind of like get into my fitness goals. In regards to like the foods that I've been eating and things like that, I can't say exactly like what y'all should be eating, because everybody has different preferences and stuff like that. I think protein is like a really big one that like you definitely need when it comes to like working out and stuff like that. So you want to make sure your body is fueled, because if you're not eating, you're not going to be able to perform well either. So you want to make sure you're eating very like beneficial foods for your body. It's different for everyone. I know some people don't eat meat, some people do, some people don't eat this, some people don't eat that. So tailor a plan that's specific for your self, and like what you can eat and things like that. I know everyone's different. I can't say like you need to eat this and this amount of this and this amount of that, because that's not how I roll when it comes to my health journey. I do eventually want to like show you guys like kind of like maybe like what I eat in a day type of thing. But to be honest with you, like, as long as you move your body, like if you are consistently moving your body, right, and exercising and keeping your blood flowing, like, believe me, like your body will tell you like the type of foods that you should be eating. Like, your body knows how to live. Like, your body will say like, no, this is not good for you. You need to eat this in order to be able to do this type of workout. So you kind of have to think of it like that. That's kind of like my mentality now, that when it comes to like, you know, foods and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, when like I want like a burger or like I want fries, things like that, I will go and get it and I will eat, because I'm a big foodie and I will eat my food. Okay, that is something about me. Like, I will definitely eat it up. I will eat everything too. But of course, like those other days though, I have to think about myself and be like, well, you know, I'm on this health journey. Like, I do need to make sure that I'm tuning back into myself and tuning back into my goals. And I can't be eating like that all the time, but every once in a while, it's okay. Like, I'm not about restricting yourself. Like, I'm not that person. Like, I don't think I could sustain a healthy lifestyle being restricted, because I won't be able to eat the foods I want or drink the drinks I want to drink. Like, I'm also like a person that loves to like go out for like day drinks or like partying and things like that. And I like to drink. I'm not going to stop myself from drinking. I'm sorry. Like, I can't. But that doesn't mean like I'm going to drink every day or like every weekend or eat terribly all the time. No, like you have to like tune back into yourself. It's all about balance. Like, yes, like there are some days like, yeah, you can go all out, but just know you might have to pay for it later. Believe me, I've learned that the hard way, because like when I was eating like crap, I was on the toilet like crazy. I'm sorry, TMI, but I was on the toilet like crazy. It sucked. Like, at the moment, maybe the food was good, but on the toilet, it wasn't the best experience. So I always think about that now when I think about like maybe like a unhealthy kind of food. Just like, do I want to deal with staying on the toilet for like 30 minutes? Not really. So that's really important to think about as well too. So just think about that. There were also times that I did fast. I know not a lot of people believe in fasting, or they don't think that's appropriate for them. Obviously, like I said, do what works best for you. But I felt, to be honest with you, like you don't necessarily have to eat 3 to 6 meals a day. I mean, it really, I think it just honestly depends on the person. Like, there were times like I would not eat, like, so I would go to bed, like, let's say like around like 9, 10 o'clock. I wouldn't eat until like maybe like 12, 1 o'clock type of thing. So I let my body like fully like digest anything I ate like before going to bed and stuff like that. Because honestly, like if you really think about it, you really have to think about like your digestion and just make sure like everything's functioning the way it's supposed to. Like, I'm like all about that now. Like before, like, yeah, maybe when I was younger, I didn't really care about that. But now as like I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't want to be eating crappy meals before bed or like eating like crazy when I'm not even that hungry. So I started doing like a thing where I just like, I would go to sleep, and like, to be like, when I got up, I wouldn't really eat anything, and I would just like wait until like maybe like 12, 1 o'clock, and then eat like my lunch kind of meal or whatever, and then eat dinner as well. And then I would have like maybe like two full meals and a little bit of snacking throughout that time period, but I wouldn't eat like 3 meals a day. I know like that's a standard for a lot of people. Like, you should be eating 3 meals a day. So it just really depends on like what you're trying to focus on. Like, obviously, like those days when I do have to wake up early or whatever, obviously I will eat something, and I know I'm gonna have like a long day and I might not be able to eat until like later on. Then I would have like a full breakfast or like more of like a breakfast meal. But if I know like I'm not having too much going on for most of the day, I would just eat like mid part of my day and on. So that's kind of like what helped for me too, was not like consistently eating. Like, I like just was really listening to my body. Like, I was just like, I feel like I'm hungry, I will eat. I am not going to force myself to eat if I'm not hungry, because I just don't feel like there's no need. It's like getting yourself calories that you're not really fulfilling. So yeah, that, like in regards to like food and everything, that's what really helped me out as well. So yeah, another thing that really helped for me was honestly just being consistent, knowing that I am taking control of my life. I am the driver in my health journey, and nobody can stop me. So just really making sure that I was consistent. So I was definitely having a schedule for yourself is really important. I really do believe. I know not everyone, not all of us work like a 9 to 5, or not everyone has the same kind of schedule. So what's really important is to really find the time that works the best for you. And like I said, it's only about like 30 to 45 minutes a day, which I believe everyone has at least 30 to 45 minutes in a day, even though a lot of us say we don't. We do. We just have to make sure we're maximizing our time as much as possible. So if that means that you have to get up earlier to be able to work out and get your workout in, you have to get up earlier, or exercise later in the day, then exercise later in the day. If you have to exercise in the middle part of your day, exercise in the middle part of the day. Anytime that you get that little bit of free time, that's when you should be able to get your exercises in. I think it's really important, and just making sure that you're holding yourself accountable as well too, and making sure that like during this time, like during those days, that you are eating the right foods for your body and that you're feeling really good. Water is really important as well. I know it's like overrated, but water is super, super important. It makes such a difference. Like, honestly, it will also help with like your cravings and things like that too. So like, honestly, drinking like a gallon of water when you're experiencing a craving will really help you out. Flush all those toxins out of your system too, which is really nice. Help you go to the bathroom better. Definitely drink water. That's pretty much all I honestly really drink throughout my days is water. If you need to spice it up a little bit, like throw some lemon or some like fruits and stuff like that, cucumbers and things like that, to kind of like spice up your drink, please do it. Tea is really good for you as well. Those days that you don't feel like just having like plain old water, also like try to incorporate tea. Tea is really, really good for you. Helps you like flush everything out. You just really want to make sure you're putting the right things in your body. So yeah. Just making sure you're getting enough liquids, making sure you're hydrating your body. It definitely does make a difference in your workouts throughout your day. Makes you have a lot more energy. If you do need like supplements too, I definitely recommend that. Definitely try to figure out exactly what would be the best supplements for yourself. I don't really necessarily take supplements like every time I work out, but they do have like energy focused ones. They have ones that have a little bit more like electrolytes as well too, which I think is really good to really push through your workout. So incorporating those supplements too within your workouts definitely do help too. So make sure you're finding the right ones for you. There's a lot of like supplements that have like a lot of sugar and like empty calories and things like that. So just make sure you're getting like the right ones for you. Like hard to pinpoint like what would be the best ones. Just like if you just talk to like a healthcare professional or like a dietitian, things like that, if you can really work through like a good plan on what would be the best for you regarding your health needs, you will be like right on track. So they will definitely help you out. I know there's like a lot of things online too. Just make sure you're doing the right research, so you're intaking the right things in your body and you're not poisoning yourself either. So just make sure you're really playing yourself for success during your health journey. That's super important. Like I said, it takes a lot of patience. You're not going to see results right away. It definitely takes time. Just know that you are doing your absolute best. I see you. You're doing amazing. Just know that great things don't come easy. It really doesn't. It takes a lot of hard work. But know that you are capable of anything. We're all capable of anything we want to do. And if your goal is to become a healthier version of yourself, you can definitely do it. Just have that mindset. Mindset is a really, really big, important one too. Like, you will notice like exercise and eating healthy, like the way your mindset changes is incredible. Also, the trainers that I have listened into on Beachbody has really made me such a stronger person. I also follow a lot of them on Instagram too, so I might be able to include some of them in my description bar of some like the trainers that I have watched. They're very, very motivating, encouraging. They have like so much positive things to say. If you're really big into social media, I know a lot of us have Instagram, so I would highly recommend you following them, because they definitely give you like a lot of nice tips and tricks and like things that will help you in your lifestyle. And they're just honestly super, super motivating. Like, they will tell you every day, like, press play, did you get your workout in? This is what I did for my workout. And they just have like super encouraging things to say. So I highly recommend that. To be honest with you, that's like goes into another topic as well too. Don't compare yourself to anybody at all. Like I said earlier, like we all have different bodies, we all look different, and you can't compare yourself to anybody. It's really hard. Like even me, like sometimes I still find myself comparing myself to other people, but we have to realize that like we are all unique. God made us all a certain way for a certain reason. So we are all different in our own way. So we have to make sure we appreciate what we have and be thankful for what we have too as well. God gave us an amazing body and it's meant to be moved. So just kind of think of it that way. Like, maybe you might not be like the most happiest right now with how you look, but you have to find some type of happiness within yourself, to be honest with you. You have to realize, like, you know, you're doing something for yourself. That's amazing. That is literally amazing. That's like the most amazing thing that you can ever do, is do something for yourself, and you're taking care of yourself. So just think about it like that. Like, you're doing an amazing thing for yourself, for your body, for your mind. You're moving your body, you're eating the right food. So just think of it like that. I know, like, it takes a long time. It's super, super hard. Like, even me, like, I was getting like fat shamed and like all these things throughout my journey, and I was like, you know what, like, F it, like, you know, forget these people, you know, right? Like, they don't have, what do they have to say? All they have is negative things to say. They're not living my life. Why do I care about what they have to say? Like, forget them, you know, like, forget those people. Like, people, in the end of the day, whether you're doing well or you're not, they're always gonna have something to say. So make it worth their while. Like, why would someone talk negative about somebody doing something really amazing to themselves? So if that means that you need to cut that person off, you need to cut them off or tell them off, whatever feels best for you. But just know you're doing an amazing job and you're kicking ass. Like, forget those people. They're not worth your time or energy at all. Just make sure, like, you're just checking in on yourself. Like, if you feel like if like a person is just like not making you feel the best, unfollow them. There's that unfollow button, there's that block button. I would just encourage you to follow people that inspire you. Like, believe me, like, I do follow like girls, guys that have amazing bodies. They work out consistently, and I do find a lot of inspiration in that, and that also helps me to stay motivated as well. But I don't necessarily compare myself to them. I just see how they work out and see if I can incorporate some of their routines in my routines. But comparing myself and comparing, you know, it's not going to do you any good. So definitely unfollow people that are not making you feel better. Follow people that are encourage you and motivate you to do better. So just kind of think of it that way. It's been such a roller coaster throughout my weight loss journey. Oh my gosh, I have never felt better. It's honestly been such a rewarding feeling, especially, you know, people tell you like, oh wow, you've done such an amazing job taking care of yourself. You've lost so much weight. You look so great. Things like that. It does really make me feel good. It's been such a rewarding feeling throughout my weight loss journey. Within, honestly, the last 2 years, I've never felt better. I have lost close to like 50 pounds. And honestly, I'm just like, wow, like time just honestly flies by so quick, and I'm just like, wow, like, how did I do it? But how I did it was honestly like determination and consistency, and just being like the best version of myself, and just making sure I was checking in every time. I want to continue going. I'm honestly not finished with like my weight loss goals. Like, I still want to continue. Eventually want to get into like different workouts. Like I said, like, I like doing stuff that are exciting. So I eventually want to get into like boxing. That's like been something that I've been really wanting to do for like the longest time, is to do boxing. Like, that's like a really big like cardio workout. Like, that's like no joke. But I just like, I've always been fascinated about it. Like, I really want to get into that. And I also want to get into running too. Like, I want to do like a mini marathon like one of these months or something like that, to like kind of like get myself started to like start prepping for it. I'm not a runner by any means, but I definitely do want to get into running. So that's like another thing that I've been interested in. So yeah, I think my interests are always going to change, and like I'm always going to be into different things and do different activities and stuff like that with in regards to like my health journey. So I will always keep you all updated on what works out for me and where I'm at. There's definitely still more goals that I want to accomplish within this year. So I will continue updating you all in regards to where I am in the next few months. But yeah, I am so thankful. If you stuck with me throughout this time, thank you all so much for watching. It really does mean a lot. I never in a million years thought I was going to be filming a video like this, but I honestly kept hearing this voice and it was like, you need to share with other people your health journey and what you've been through and what has worked for you. And I've been wanting to share this with you all for the longest time, and I'm so happy that it's finally out. And I will continue sharing with you all more and keeping you all updated on where I'm at. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are taking control of your life and you are starting a new health journey, I applaud you so much. You got this in the bag. You know what you're doing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Honestly, just go full force. You got this. As long as you think about yourself, nothing else matters in this world. So okay, I'm back. My camera died. But I just want to let you guys all know that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. You can literally accomplish anything in this life. There's only one life that we get, and we want to make sure we're living our lives to the most fullest potential and doing the things that make us the happiest. So just want to throw that out there. But thank you all again so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you thumbs up this video. Leave down below what you liked from the video, what your current journey is. I would love to hear more about everyone's journey in regards to their weight loss, health goals, anything you want to leave down below, leave it down below. I would love to read your comments, and make sure you're following my social medias as well too. I'll leave that all down below. And it honestly was such a great time sharing with you all a little bit of my experience throughout my weight loss journey. It honestly feels very refreshing, and it feels like I've lifted a whole weight off my shoulders. So I want to continue making videos like this. If you do like videos like this, like I said, make sure you like this video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.